Regional Juvenile Detention Center just in time to have the opening up on. They better not keep us out. Rocks. Alright, just going over here to the administration business side. And here we are, Miami-Dade Regional Juvenile Detention Center. This is the administrative side. Kevin, thank you, sir. Very nice. They have bathrooms here, it looks like. At least one for the women. A couple of things that I wanted to request. I'm sorry, I'm very hard of hearing and the plane was just passing by. Can you say that again, please?
I said, well, let me see if I can find my superintendent and I'll get back with you.
Thank you. Somebody's reading shatters. Alright, watch my camera. How you doing? Good. Fantastic, how are you?
Good. Sorry.
That's alright, don't let it happen again.
I promise.
Hey,
Wait, hold it, cow.
oh, come back, please.
What are we doing?
Oh, we're trying to get some public records, sir. Can you help us with that?
One second, I got somebody coming.
Okay, thank you. Again, it's not David Blaine. It's not a person's magic trick. It's a camera. Oh,
Please don't put me on film. I'm not to film.
yes.
Don't put me. No, you're not. I didn't give you permission to film.
I don't need your permission.
Yeah, but I need you. See that right
Who are
there?
you?
I'm nobody.
All right, if you're nobody, I don't have to listen to
Can
you.
you read this? Can you read this?
No, you read it.
No problem. It's law enforcement. It's okay.
Call them.
I will.
They'll come and educate you.
No problem. Get your education lesson.
Exactly. They're going to teach you the First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. Dummy. Why are you going to waste resources like that? There's no emergency here. Calling police for nothing.
It says right here that I'm allowed to be here.
Oh, you're a major. You're in charge. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
985.6885.
Some training, sir.
So what do you guys
Members
need?
of the press. I need a public records request. For the detention center. See right here, and persons authorized.
So you guys spoke to France already?
I didn't speak to anybody.
Who? Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Fanta. Is this Fanta? Do you want Fanta?
Smells smoke.
Probably.
They're calling the non-emergency number.
Sweet. At least they're smart enough to do that.
Yeah. Non-emergency number we got.
Hi, good afternoon.
Afternoon. Hello? Yes, miss, I think I just spoke to you. We're getting a lot of people who don't like the cameras here. The quicker we get this over with, the quicker we'll be out of here. So, like,
Okay, as I explained, I contacted the
oh, okay. Well, somebody was saying something about calling the police.
Okay.
And, you know, there's no reason for that. We want to take care of our records, but usually police take a while to get here. We've done this before. So are you really going to call the police, or are you going to just give us our records? Okay, can you relay that info? Because we'll wait for the cops, but man, I'm hungry. I want to go get something to eat, and I don't want to have to wait till their slow butts get here, you know? Yeah, and if it's trying to intimidate us and scare us away, we've done this a lot of other times. Oh, no, I'm not trying to argue with you either. Huh? Yeah, right. Just relay back that, you know, the quickest way to get rid of us is give us what we want. Just comply. Okay? Thank you.
Bro, it's pouring, bro. How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm alright.
Can you get the Super Nintendo here,
Whoa,
please?
whoa, what's going on?
Can you get the Super Nintendo?
Whoa. Why they got people recording me out here, man?
Why you call yourself that? It's not very professional. Do you get that? I mean,
You can set the record straight. I ain't even got nothing to see.
that's perfect. Create the privacy you want when we're in public. That's right.
What they recording? What are y'all recording?
We just want to get public records, but these people are acting like I'm trying to do a magic trick or something here. I just want records that I could record and review. That's it. I won't get you. I'm just trying to have a cordial conversation.
I know, but what are y'all recording?
Look, the camera's not even pointed.
Oh, no, y'all gotta step away from the door. Step away from that door.
This is for like a job?
Nah, that's smooth, man. That's some security, man. The door open. Hey, close the
Who are
door,
you trying
man.
to talk to, man?
Nah, I don't want no smoke, man. I don't care about being on camera. Cause I look good, you feel me?
I like that.
Thank you.
I'm saying on my ride right here. I got her standing right here.
You be famous, bro.
Nah, I'm waiting here.
You gonna be. They get a job in the private sector, brother.
This is private.
No, it's not. He's gonna be famous. Oh boy.
Hurry it up, fellas.
Look, instead of worrying about us, why don't they fix some of these crummy lights? Look, 3 of them are out, right here. Not one of them is on.
Looks like those other 3 are out over there too, plus the big
Yeah.
panel one.
Yeah, and that one. Half of that one. budget is for lead bulb.
All right, guys, y'all have a good day.
You too, brother.
Can I ask what y'all recording on?
Yeah.
We're just recording matters of public interest to disseminate to other members of the public.
What that mean?
It means basically we're keeping an eye on our government and government officials. That way everybody,
So y'all allowed to be in here right now?
This,
Absolutely.
Right, that's our civil rights.
it says it on your yellow sign right there.
Okay.
Yep.
It's on the
All right,
sign.
y'all.
Oh,
Thanks.
All right,
Y'all
take care.
don't get me fired.
All right.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. Hey. Smooth.
So I saw him exit the car.
Me too. There it is.
Oh, great.
Hey, gentlemen.
Gentlemen, how we doing?
Good.
Fantastic, Lieutenant. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm not getting wet,
No, me neither.
but we're good, right?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
no, we're not. These folks are denying us service, not obeying their own law that's right there. We asked for records request, and they said, okay, hold on.
6220
Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Take your time.
I'm on a call here at DJJ. Let me call you back.
Chapter 119. Florida State
Okay,
Statute.
fly.
All public records,
See this
so
one
you can make
also?
that thing.
Florida State Statute 95, Major?
Excuse me.
Yeah, true.
Verify that was 8901.
And it's paragraph 3 under that state statute for journalists. We're allowed to visit juvenile facilities anytime from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Per that statute.
And it's kind of concerning when we just want simple information and you're hiding. You have kids here. How many kids, how many beds? Just tell me that. The custodian,
Okay, so-
the records, it's
Okay.
confusing service.
Who's the custodian of records?
Any one of these gentlemen are the custodian of the records, and they are obligated to.
I don't think that's the way it works, even in our agency. 1 second, because I'm pretty familiar, I was in charge of public records requests for a little while.
Okay.
So even our agency has a specific custodian of records.
Right, now
Right.
do you know the duty to
I can't talk to
disclose?
both of you at the same time.
Right, right.
Give me 1 second. Okay, so, I don't mind if you film me, however, that can be used as a weapon. The contraption around it can be used as a weapon.
I mean, no ill will, no ill intent.
I get it, but we're in close proximity to each other, and I know we're being respectful. No, actually, I would like to be closer so we can talk.
Okay,
So
no,
I don't have to,
I-
so I don't have to raise my voice.
that's all right.
Okay, so, the only thing I'm gonna ask is that we keep it respectful. Okay,
Absolutely.
Our own agency has a custodian of records.
I pride myself on the respect. I give what I give, and I
Thank
give what I get.
Thank you, and I'm very respectful,
You got it.
so that's all you're gonna get.
You're a traveling man?
I am, sir. So, the only thing I'm gonna ask of you is, although you guys are saying that he is the custodian of records, clearly it says photography is not allowed on grounds inside the facility.
We're not inside.
Actually, I beg to differ, but my interpretation of it, respectfully, is gonna be that the minute you're inside this gate and you're on their property, you're inside the facility. Anything that keeps you secured, you're gonna be inside the facility.
Is this a public lobby?
I don't believe this is a public, I think that this is a lobby. I think, I spoke to you, now I'm gonna shoot it. I don't want you to think I'm giving you my back.
No, take it.
So I believe that the way that I'm interpreting the law is that this is gonna be a
Not open to the public?
curtilage. I don't think it's open to the public for public business. I think that's why, I think it's very clear, there's a gate, there's a fence, and there's barbed wire that's preventing you from coming here. So I think that would constitute that it's not public. I think that the minute they authorize you to come in, the fact that you need to be buzzed in, you weren't buzzed in because of a thunderstorm,
We're
correct?
not buzzed in.
They walk through that gate.
Right, you weren't buzzed in because there was a thunderstorm, which always apparently throws off. I've seen that gate pop open left and right. Our building is right next door.
Right, because you mentioned the barbed wire and all that, so we didn't have to scale a fence. We
I don't
came
think, I didn't say that.
through the publicly accessible
I
area.
didn't, well, it's
Right,
not
right.
publicly accessible. It's open because the thunderstorm, literally, we just had a lightning strike like 20, 30 minutes ago.
But we
And
got
it threw
here-
everything and even opened our back gate.
We were here before the thunderstorm, so what happened to that?
How did y'all get in?
How did y'all get in?
The open-
With
the-
That gate right there is open.
BMW feet,
Which
sir,
one?
you just
That,
walked in.
the gate that you just drove in.
That's an administration gate. That gate is broke
Okay.
because of the lightning storm. So they wasn't granted access they came in through a gate that's for administration.
Okay.
So no visitors coming in through that gate.
The same gate I took to
The
not
same
get wet,
gate,
okay.
Now-
All right,
All visitors access is through that gate.
so
right
he's
there.
explaining, well, there is a visitor sign right there, so
Right,
I've read it many times. So what he's telling you is that he's actually the major in charge of the facility.
okay,
He's explaining to you, he's not being rude to you, I don't think. I haven't seen him be rude. He's explaining to you that that is an administration gate that's broken.
okay.
I have seen that gate locked in the past.
Now, just a quick question, is there a
Yes.
restricted access, no trespassing sign anywhere
Yeah,
on that
And
fence?
there actually is over here right at the door.
At the
That
door
says
over here? But if I came in from that way, how would I see that?
You wouldn't, but
Okay.
now he's advising you of it. So the minute
Right.
you become aware, you're
Right.
being advised.
Well, if I could, let me do some advising, because I've already talked to the lead attorney for the Department of Juvenile Justice, Brian
Okay.
Berkowitz in Tallahassee.
Okay,
This is a state facility. It's a public facility. You do public, you handle public information here,
right.
okay? Florida Statute 119, even though they have a custodian of records, there's still, under the law, a duty to disclose. And that means any member of any agency that has access to those records, by law, has to provide those to you, okay? So you can go, I can go to any public agency and request any record from that agency that I
You
want.
can.
Right.
However, being in charge of public records myself for my agency for a
Mm-hmm.
few years, I didn't start being a police officer yesterday. As a matter of fact, this is my second gig as a cop.
Right,
So, being in charge of public records requests, I also know that there's several subsections that speak to how many days
Mhm.
the information that you require
Oh, yeah,
is,
yeah.
is to be issued to you.
yeah,
Is to be
Well,
issued.
Reasonable
Yeah,
amount, it's not 10 days
yeah,
anymore.
Honey, I'm in a call for service. I gotta call you back.
no one
So-
was asking for information available immediately. All we
Right.
wanted to do was come in, have them take our record request, and then we would have left.
Right, but there's a procedure.
There is a
So-
procedure.
Now, what he was saying was
Right.
important.
And like I've already said, I've already talked to the lead
I get it, but the
attorney.
attorney's not here.
You failed to
Okay,
identify?
we're not in charge of making policy or law for the entire state of Florida.
I understand.
We're in charge of enforcing,
Quickly, name yourself.
rules, procedures, policies, enforcing state of Florida, right?
Well,
We
hopefully
don't
just,
create, we're not the legislator, we're the enforcement branch.
right, of the law.
That's of the law.
That's
If there's
policy
a
that he's
specific
pointing
sta-
to.
Listen to me.
Okay,
If there's an issue with that policy, okay, there's an issue with that policy as stated right there clearly, photographing is not allowed inside the facility, and there's a state statute to go with it.
Mhm.
If you have an issue with that, you gotta petition whoever the person is in charge of the state. In this case, the Secretary of the Department of Juvenile Justice.
Where we
Right.
just came from, in downtown.
I get it, but I have
Right. They
no,
sent us
she's
here.
not in downtown.
Well, we came from the downtown office, they directed us
stationed
here
at-
to get our public
Yeah,
records.
but
They
she's
said
not,
we are-
okay, she's stationed at State
I'm
House
sorry,
Avenue in
I let you
Tallahassee.
talk, but please,
Right.
sir, please, let me finish. We went downstairs, or downtown, and they told us that the records that we were requesting are available here. We can get how many kids are in here and how many beds there are, that's all we want.
Right, but not
We don't want
under,
names, we
correct,
don't-
but not under your conditions. The state of Florida allows, just like he just agreed to,
Yeah.
that there are certain subsections that allows the agency dictate how you ask for it and how you get it back.
Okay.
That's it. That's all he's asking for. The only thing he's asking you for is state whatever your request is,
Exactly
get it?
what we've been trying to do. Go ahead.
state your request, and photography is not allowed. It's simple.
Well, Smith
It's-
versus City of Cummings allows me.
I'm sorry?
This Smith versus City of
Okay.
Cummings in the 11th Circuit Court.
Okay.
Allows me to record my interaction with government employees. And that's what I need to do for these records. I need to be able to review the records.
Unless there's
because
certain stipulations,
my
like a
memory
juvenile
sucks.
facility.
I
Well,
can't
Right.
draw, so I use this.
Sir, understood. I'm Officer Sama,
Thank
badge
you.
number 5011, okay?
Thank you.
I listened to this gentleman speak to you guys. We got called here, reference you guys doing something that currently you're not allowed to do. Via what it says right there, photography is not allowed on the grounds or inside the facility. It doesn't necessarily specify you guys doing what you're doing, but no one can use photography. You're taking video, you guys are taking video, taking pictures, whatever the case may be. We understand that you're here for a specific reason, and that's fine. But you have the right to carry on and handle your business, do it whatever way that you guys have to, but at the same time, you can't take photographs or video.
so policy trumps law?
I'm
There's a
telling
state
you,
statute right there.
right here, it's written, Anybody who comes in here, doesn't matter what it is that they're trying to say or what they're trying to do, if there's certain things set, parameters set in place for this building, not you, not me, not him, nobody can go around those policies.
Right.
So you guys cannot video here for, it says right there.
We can.
Hold on, hold
If
on.
the building is, so if someone was to say, oh, hey, there's a rule here that says authorized vendors or whatever it is, decides to do
I say
something.
there's a law here. A rule is a rule, a law is a law.
I understand, but if the building says no photography is allowed, you cannot, you don't have the right to video.
Let's switch that up. What if it said no blacks allowed?
Right.
Now you guys are bringing it into a whole.
No,
Well, what I'm saying, that's a rule, that's
I
a
asked this
rule.
question before.
That's a rule.
I fight for civil rights, brother. I'm not trying to trample
No,
on them, and I don't want mine trampled on.
Listen, bottom line, okay?
You're Latino,
You
right?
got, look, bottom line, you guys want one thing, right?
Yes.
A public records request.
That's it.
Okay, when you go into this section of it, where you're violating whatever policy, listen to me, violating whatever policy they have, okay? Now you're getting into another section, it's almost like you're being confrontational, passive aggressive, listen to me, passive aggressive, okay? And you're trying to bait people into other things. That comment, off-putting, completely.
No, this is
Listen,
something
again, I'm
that
talking, look where I'm pointing.
Right.
That comment, off-putting, okay?
Why?
What? Because
These are
because you're trying to make an
Delicate
issue.
conversations that we need to have.
Not with us.
This is behavior that cannot go uncorrected.
Not with us. If you have an issue with them, they have supervisors the same way we have
Right?
supervisors.
And
So,
there's
They
a
have-
county and a city and tens of thousands of dollars in
Listen,
jeopardy in
they
lawsuits.
have
for
laws,
denial of
they have
services.
supervisors the way we have supervisors.
Yeah, man.
Okay, if you're not happy with my supervisors, if you're not happy with me, very clearly, you go upstairs to internal affairs, you make a complaint about me. Very simple. Okay, if you're not happy with them, you go to whoever their secretary is. They have a procedure. Just follow it. If what you're really interested is in getting the information that you require and not interested in making this into something else, just follow the procedure. It's simple. You guys are making it into something that it doesn't have to be. And then you can go and follow your remedy.
Okay, the procedure is to, I don't even have to write it down. I can say, I need this, you write down my email address and email it to me. And we would have been gone already. Well, actually, no, we would have waited for the rain to stop.
Yeah, but if you're violating the part, you can't get to what you're asking for because you're just trying to go against the grain.
But what if they say, oh, he never came in? He
Okay.
never asked me for that. I have,
There's video cameras right there.
right, and then
Right
I
on
would
top
have to
of
do a
you.
public records request for that where?
To the public records request.
And what if they
Very
deny
simple.
me that too?
Sir, there's a
They're not gonna
process, just like there's a
They're
process
denying
to get what you need to get.
Hello?
There's a process in which you have to
Yes.
abide by these rules. How are you gonna get what it is that you're looking for if you're
Oh, I'm
choosing
in
not
the
to
middle
abide by the
of,
rules of the building? How are you gonna get to that point?
Let me ask you,
Bye.
what country do you think this is? We're in the United States of America. It's a rhetorical question. The First Amendment of the Constitution has 5 protections. We have the freedom of the press, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom to redress our grievances, like contacting your supervisors, and the freedom to assemble. Those are all, they made it the first one for a reason. It's our Bill of Rights, our civil rights that you're trampling on, brother. We just want to know how many kids there are here and how many beds there are.
You could if you abide by that rule. Put your
the
cameras
rules,
out.
all there is.
We are following the rules and you are not. We're allowed to come in here and ask for them verbally and you're supposed to jot it down and get
You
rid of
are
us
allowed
like
to do
that.
so,
have to
but
jot it down. I know
you're
it. Put
preventing
your
him from
camera
doing
down.
that because the
You're
fact that
preventing him
choosing
from doing
not
his
to
job.
follow the rules.
Smith versus City of Cummings, 11th Circuit Court protects me from being able to record government employees on the government dime doing government business.
Correct.
It's case law.
Unless you're in a secure facility.
No, I go into
We're
jails,
trying to secure
prisons, I go everywhere all over the state. You wanna
That's what
talk
I said.
Tallahassee?
It's different when you're dealing with juveniles. First of all, there's a state law that says that you can't film juveniles in juvenile facility. Am I right?
You wanna know how
We
many
talked to the
juvenile
DJJ,
facilities I've been
We've already
to?
talked.
Orange, Osceola, Marion, Alachua. I've been to
told us.
Duval. I've been to about
And this is the
50
only
detention
place-
centers in the
well,
state
not
of
the only
Florida.
place that has done this, but the only one that's given us this much
But I
trouble.
tell you what, I haven't been there. I'm sure
Right,
Sandra
right.
hasn't been there. I'm sure this gentleman hasn't been there.
Okay, so the bottom line is they're not gonna take our public record request.
I don't think that's the case at all.
Because
I
I
think he's
have a
very
camera,
interested.
they're denying
If
service.
Well, you're not following the rules.
I'll get him a
The
phone.
rules are not the law, sir.
He's asking you for something to get what you are looking
Yes,
for. If
I
you
can
are
get
willing
the
to
request.
abide by his
He needs to
rules,
stop
then he
filming.
will abide by the rules that are necessary for him to give you what he needs
That's
to
not the way
give
it
you.
works.
Listen,
Are
he's
you guys
got
called
a,
deputies or officers?
Sir,
I'm
He's
sorry, I
asking
want
you,
to address you
I
correctly.
understand, and I'm telling you that he's asking you to do something to abide by the rules of this establishment.
I have rules as we the people
I
that he
understand.
has to
You do
abide
have
by.
rules, and he is abiding by the rules.
he's
Because
not.
if you guys had come in here
He
without
called
cameras
you
or
guys
whatever
to
the
put me in a
case may be,
cage.
just like
I
any
didn't
other
call
cage.
him.
Are you handcuffed?
No, but
Are you in
9
the
times out
backseat
of
of
10,
anybody's
people get
car?
arrested
You're
when
not in
the
the-
cops
I
are
think-
called, and you guys know that, you know?
9 out of 10 times?
Well,
I've had like 4 incidents today that I've dealt with people,
So
none
then
of
you've
them
been
are
super
witnesses.
professional.
Anyway,
I'm
okay,
talking
so-
about all over the
so-
country, and I'm talking about
okay, this
statistically
is not all over
speaking.
the, this is not all over the country. You're dealing with us right now. The same way you wouldn't like to be judged,
No,
like you
no, I
said, you're
handle every
Latino.
situation
Like you said,
dynamically.
you're Latino, you wouldn't like for me to treat you the same way Latinos are treated all over the country, the same way that you want me to treat you the way that you've been addressing me.
Exactly.
Okay, with the utmost respect. The only thing is, these gentlemen, they have supervisors. If they don't follow their rules and procedures, guess what? You get your public records request, and they get fired.
Well,
I
that
don't-
shouldn't happen.
I
You
think-
have a civil lawsuit.
Listen, actually, that happens every day when people don't follow the rules. That's their rules. So, the only thing he's asking for is simple.
What
You want
he
a public
asked,
record?
it
It's
wasn't a
public-
facetious question. If the rules were something racist, you're not gonna uphold it. You're gonna say, no, sir, I can't follow that rule. That's an unlawful law. I can't enforce that.
But this is not unlawful.
It
It's a
is.
state statute right
I
there.
told you case law.
I find it,
11th
okay,
Circuit
but
Court.
that, again, but that's not for us to, that's not for us.
Lieutenant?
No, that's not for us, yeah, no, that's not for us to.
Lieutenant?
That's procedural, one second, that's procedural law, argued in the 11th Circuit Court.
Correct.
Okay, so if anybody has to overturn the 11th Circuit Court, it's the District Court of Appeals or the State Supreme
Correct.
Court. None of which, you don't see a gown on it.
No.
So that's not for me to argue.
Right.
That's for you to follow the rules, get them, listen to me, get whatever you really need. If you're really interested in the information, get what you need, and at the same time, then go do what you gotta do. Nobody's stopping your First Amendment.
Well-
Nobody's being rude to you, nobody's treating you disparately. Just do what you gotta do, and then you file whatever you gotta file.
Let me just
It's-
clarify,
Why?
this photography is not allowed, is not part of the state statute. I've read the state statute. This part at the bottom
They
is
just
nowhere
added
in that
And they
state
do that some
statute.
places.
Okay, so listen, we're not gonna stop recording. If you don't wanna take our request while we're recording, we'll chalk it up as a denial and we'll move on. We'll contact their supervisors, we'll get it handled, we'll come back out, we'll visit in a couple of months. Okay?
That's fine.
It's the
Whatever.
law that you should be
It's-
enforcing.
Well, it's not for me, you were called in as trespassing, people not following the rules.
Trespassing.
Yeah, if you're not following the rules when you're being asked to leave.
If you're
That-
committing a
that-
crime in a public area, then you're trespassing.
Well, hold
No,
on.
if you're committing a crime in a public area.
You cannot criminalize a
Listen to
constitutionally
me,
protected
listen to
activity.
me, listen to me. Trespassing is not committing a crime. Trespassing is to
Right.
enter, remain with refusal to leave. That's it.
Right.
By persons not authorized, right?
That's it. I'm
Okay.
sorry?
That state statute authorizes journalists to be on the
You haven't
facility.
even produced an ID.
You don't have to produce an
You
ID.
don't
committed a crime.
have press credentials. I mean,
Who-
anybody.
Who
Who
issues press?
issues those? You know who
No.
issues those?
No,
Pyongyang. Moscow.
Okay.
That's where you have to get press.
Listen,
Listen,
that's
no,
where
no.
you, no, but
I'm-
now you're taking it to another
that was-
level,
that was-
fascism and everything.
No, I'm
Listen,
telling you the
if
actual
you guys
thing.
wanna chalk it up to it,
There's
then
no-
listen, he's got the form in his hand, if you guys want it. It's simple. If you guys want it, listen, if you guys, that's it.
Procedures on how to
Okay,
get the
press pass, that's
information
funny.
you want.
Turn
Straight
around.
from the state.
That's,
How to get your
Look it
information.
up.
That's all it says.
right, it's crispy.
You can keep that.
Oh, it's
No,
not,
it's okay.
it's not an actual form for the,
It's directions on
You
how
probably
to
searched
proceed.
on the Marine Corps?
This is how to, the directions on how to get the information you want is right here. This is directly from the state. That's all it is.
Still learning.
We'll give it to you. That's,
okay.
But then you just gotta go do what you have to do. By you sitting here and videotaping us, all that's
That's
doing
it.
is
You're delaying
making
what
it
you
harder
want.
than what it is.
Okay. Yeah, no, if we have to stop videoing in order to make a public record request, then we're gonna go ahead and leave. We'll just chalk it up as a dismissal, that, a failure to abide by the law, and we'll be in touch with their supervisor. That's it.
That's fine.
I'm ready to go. You ready?
I'm already ready.
All right.
Alrighty.
So, take up more of your guys' time. I know you guys are busy, so. All right?
Take care.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.